question though. This has been burning on my mind for a little bit. What can we do with the game, bro? I know the viewership is down. My thought is it's the rest with the tech, with the ticky tack fouls and the text. Like, can we just let these players ball, or we gonna go through this?
Okay, so look, there's a lot of narratives that's going on, and here it is. When it comes to the viewership, it's not down. It's down the way that they calculate, right? So back in the 90s, right? You're talking about CBS, right? You're talking about games used to be 18 million people watching the game on TV, right? So think about it. If you can only watch, like, let's say game 7 or game 6 of the finals, Michael Jordan, you had to watch it then, or there was no replay back then. Some of those years, there's no replay. So it's not like, oh, whatever I'm doing, I'm busy, I'll catch the game later. No, this event, we're going to go watch the game, right? Over time, you got replay. Once you got replay, you start losing the main attraction on viewership. Now we have other platforms, other countries. Think about right now, this game is going on. East Coast, sleep. I'll watch it tomorrow. The other countries, it's morning, it's in the middle of the morning, so they're not watching this game.
Yep.
They wake up, that's when that viewership comes. So when they say only 2.5 million people watch the Christmas game, correct. But in total, once the countries woke up and watched what happened, 500 million people watched the game, right? You know, when Wemby plays live, his country's not watching the game. They got to watch it when they wake up, right? So they don't know how to calculate all those views. Like our viewership in China alone, 52% of the country watches basketball, NBA, football, 50%. Like we're a global game versus a local American game, and that's why if you look at the popularity in the sports itself, right? You have the most popular is who? Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson. NBA that's around a 6-man now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Travis Kelce.
Yeah, but his girl.
But he had to get the Taylor Swift stimulus.
We have countries like basketball is worldwide, so it's hard for them to calculate all these views on all these different streams. So when they report that the viewership is down, it's down just how they calculate it, not the broader of it.
Right. Yeah, I understand that, but
fixing the game itself, it's
right. But like, come on now, like every other game, you getting what? How many platforms?
You know what the problem is, man? It's imagine everybody had a certain skill, right? You had one score and a half a score, then a rebounder, defensive players, role players, right? So the game was played a certain way. Easier to guard when you know 3 people ain't shooting the ball, right? Now 5 people are shooting the ball, which now makes the defensive principles outdated, right? Offense, like if you think about the principles, right? Below the free throw line, push him baseline. If he's on the left side, keep him on the left. Pick and roll. If he's a shooter, hard show. If he can't shoot, under, or we're going to switch, right? Those have been defenses from the beginning. The offensive moves have updated. I mean, since I played, they have 10 times the things that they can do, but the defense hasn't changed, right? I can call out every defensive thing that they're supposed to do, but the offensive changed. So the players have more weapons, right? So there's really nothing you can do. Like the hand check, there's a hand check right there. It means nothing anymore. It didn't mean anything then, right? If you think about the hand check, how did Jordan score 35 if there was a hand check? How did all these guys do what they did if there was a hand check? A hand check was only meant for players who wasn't moving anywhere. I can just hold my hand, keep it one side. You're not going to be able to hand check a Shea, a Luka, a Kyrie, a Ja Morant because they're going downhill. Guards didn't go downhill then, right? So what happened is early 2000s, what players started to do is if you can't guard me and I go past you, you just used me in my momentum and you pushed me into the big. That's why they officially took it off, because they realized it's not stopping the players from getting in the lane. They're just using it to push them into players. And they thought everybody was going to start getting hurt. And that's why they took it off. So putting a rule in and then if you want to say, all right, don't blow the whistle, man, these motherfuckers are strong. Like when you're talking about, you remember if you watch Last Dance, they are talking about to get through the Pistons, they had to gain 10 pounds to get 210.
I remember that.
210? 210? I played at 218. You know, to like, you know what I mean? So these guys are a lot stronger, more physical in a sense of just their body themselves. Jump, like everybody jumps 40, 38 to 45. So, they can't be that physical. It just got away from them. Like, like I heard Chris Bouchard say something about take off the corner three.
Yeah, I seen that. And no,
you take off the corner three.
That I didn't agree with.
That's the smallest. That's the shortest three. Like,
right.
If
Let's
you
go shrink the floor.
Take off the three.
No, I don't think it's not really the threes though.
No, what I'm saying is if you take off the threes, then the game would be back into 1960 and early 70s, where they were scoring 130, 120. That era was the most scoring era because basically it was all layup, free throw, all high percentage shooting. There's no bombs from damn near half court, so they're making more layups, free throws, and what's the name. So, if you don't want these guys to just be chucking fucking threes all goddamn day and making the game look ugly, take away the 3-point line and see what happens. Do it in summer league and see what happens. You got to test it out. But when it comes to just refereeing,
they just need to get better. They just need to play across the board. You know what I mean? You're gonna do it to one person, do it to the rest. You know what I mean? It needs to be fair.
Yeah. Like when you just look at it, they've tried. Like I was in, I came in when the era where, they had Shaq, right? You got Shaq and Kobe. Now you got, Shaq that's unstoppable and Kobe is turning into a number one option. And they're like, oh shit, what the fuck are we gonna do? They put a zone in. They pretended that, we need to bring out more shit. No, they wanted to legally put 3 people on Shaq. They get to put one person in front of them, one person behind them, and another helper without calling legal defense, right? So they were trying to figure out how the fuck do we stop these two so we can just sit a zone so we can just pack the lane in and make them shoot it. So we want to force shooters so we get to pack the lane and that's how the zone came in. It was trying to stop Shaq, Kobe, and Allen Iverson because one-on-one you couldn't do nothing with these guys, and they were all young, so it was like fuck, they can destroy this league for the next 4-5 years. So if Wemby starts just trying to make layups and doing all that shit, trust me, they're gonna change the rule because it becomes an advantage.
All right, so next question real quick. We got the All-Star game coming up. Again, what you think about us the Eagles, ones and twos, bro? If they want to change the All-Star game, you think ones and twos is something to happen?
Make it a tournament.
Now, you know what it really is, man? Because I was there 3 times. 24 players is going to All-Star game. The rest of the league is going home and on vacation, right? The players that's there, when it's their first time, they're there having fun.
Right.
They don't want to be there. They want to be because this is like a break before, everyone has to lock in to get ready for that next push, right? Giannis is the Dame, like we got to lock in. So being there in the festivities and they're not really there. They just want to get this game over with. So for them to take it serious, it's gonna have to be bread. You put 10 million or 5 million on the winner bag. Trust me, motherfuckers will get clothesline for that money.
Right, 5 million, but they're not getting 5 though.
No, they're getting 1,500. I mean 15,000.
Right. So
I get more from a club appearance.
Right. So it's either got to be 5 million or
scrap it. The reason I say scrap it is because no matter what you do, there's no incentive for them to go hard and get hurt and fuck up their season, right? Only thing that trumps that is money. Even a dunk contest, like if you want to make everything top tier, put the money in it. Like, hey, one-on-one tournament, winner wins $2 million. You've played one-on-one, you know how serious that shit gets, right? You put $2 million on a grand prize. Everybody and their mama gonna sign up for that. You can even tell them, everybody put 10 grand up. You'll have people putting their own money up to enter that to win the $2 million. And you think you put $10,000 up, you think the boys gonna be out there fucking around? Fuck no.
Come on, boy.
What if they make it a tournament style where it's only one quarter and they only got 5 players, right? So that, and then the winning coast, like East versus West Coast, get home field advantage in the finals.
Even still that, because Because
That's what I
to
thought.
be honest, okay, let's say who's going to be in there right now? Let's say the West Coast, right?
Thinking like a wild card type of thing.
You got
Facts.
you got LeBron James, you got Kevin Durant, you have what, a Luka, right? Let's say Shea, right? If that's your five, Lakers ain't gonna be in the motherfucking finals, right? Suns ain't gonna be in the motherfucking finals, right? Luka probably. You got players out there that don't give a fuck about that because their chances of them being in that situation. The coaching to try to win, knowing his team ain't gonna fucking be in that, right? It kind of like what do I get? Like if I'm LeBron, what do I get? My team ain't gonna be in the finals. If my team is in the finals, I'm the number one team. I already get home court advantage, right? So it's like it's something where the players themselves benefit in real time, right there on the spot. Like you're trying to get the players to play hard. So you need something. Like the money is still the same when I played.
What?
Yeah, they making triple. We was saying, man, fuck that funky ass 15,000.
Yeah, I understand.
I mean, these guys, the shit they make a check, playoff checks. The playoff checks is more than the All-Star check.
Yeah, I mean,
The fucking
right.
in-season tournament check is bigger than the All-Star check.
Why they don't just make the in-season tournament All-Star and they just do it like one day?
Because it's hard to pull the All-Star for the beginning of the season. See, it was so easier. Like if you look at 80s basketball, and the reason that they played so hard is because the TV deals at the time, right? All those other teams wasn't featured in the public eye. Like All-Star Weekend was the world seeing it, everybody getting to see all the talent. So those guys, for the first time, were being seen on a big stage, so they went hard, right? Other teams, even though they knew that the dunk contest was possibly rigged those years, they still had to participate because, let's say like a team like Orlando, we don't have any TV games. You can dunk, you gotta go. So you can put our jersey on that stage.
So it's like advertisement at that point.
The All-Star base was advertisement for a lot of teams back then.